people up, letting them realize that whatever it is they are going through is predetermined, it is intentional, and therefore it's up to them if they want to keep it up that way or they want something different. Message, as they say, microphone that is more powerful than AK-47. Imagine that. Microphone. Oh, Prince JJ Man calls mine to Kano Mike, you know, where people who have all the power, people who have all the resources, the cloud, are somehow, shaken to their own core by just somebody who has microphone, just to pass a message that they considered as inciting, a message that they considered that it's so truthful that it will harm the fake contraption they put together. So if the Igbos can be like the rest of Nigeria, here is another thing. If the Igbos can be like the rest of Nigeria, who knows that they are all marginalized by these rogues, and they continue to speak up, speak out, like Nnamdi Kanu, that they might want to do it, right? If you have been listening to him very much, right, you're likely going to understand why some of the Igbo elite, Igbo politicians, and all of them despise him. As much as some people want to believe that they are secretly supporting or no, 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 they are not. In fact, they will do everything to make sure that they crush him. It's because if you listen to Nnamdi Kanu, when they start describing this Igbo, we call them Igbo Efulefus, all these intellectuals, all these Igbo, the Igbo pygmies in Nigeria, that despite the fact that they have friends who are from other parts of Nigeria in their elite club, yet they still have to keep their mouth shut when they see the way they are using the system to ostracize the Igbos, to target them, target their businesses and all of that stuff. The Igbos there, who are like the Igbo Nigeria, right, who want to deny all of that because all they have to do is to deny it and even help them carry such, atrocities out on their own people with the reward for power. So they'll be governors, they'll be senators, they'll have money, and all the whole Nigeria is to deny any of this happening or downplay it or even blame themselves, blame their people. So our people are they are not tolerant. Our people are not receptive. Our people need to learn how to build bridges across Nigeria. Igbos will be saying that to Igbos. These are the Igbo Nigerians who are going to say, you are right. The Igbos are so, and so. Eh? And then you see these Igbos, they will say, well, my brother, you are right, Jare. That is true. That's the problem of my people. My people, they love to, these are the Igbos who just wanted to be kind of like, loved. That's the way I see it. They will say they were saying the truth, denying the obvious. And then even in the process, they still watch themselves be so suspected. You get that now? But that is not even enough. Because those they are trying to kind of like befriend in this sense, still treats them suspiciously. So if an ordinary Igbo person or anybody from any part of Nigeria comes to that part, the moment of reality, or moment of discovery or self-discovery, when you discover that, this is who I am, or in this whole scheme of things, I don't belong here, right? So you begin to advocate for, you know what, let's opt out, or we renegotiate this arrangement. That doesn't require any violence. But what happens is that if anything, the way they have done Nigeria right now, so if anything by any means should alter the status quo, it's going to be like a domino. Nigeria is going to be like this domino card or pack, yeah? Once you remove this one, everything will just be like, if they allow these Biafrans and the Igbos advocacy to, which is legit, by the way. So if they decide not to criminalize it and let it just flow, we'll get to a stage whereby it will be put on the ballot that people should decide what they want. And if it gets to that stage, the moment you remove the Igbo card from this Nigeria arrangement, you realize that so many other cards will begin to fall apart. Everybody will begin to ask for their own space. You know what? We need our own space too. We need our own space too. Their worst fear, the reason why they continue to criminalize self-determination, even though they have all the resources to actually kill it. The only way to kill self-determination, not kill it, to subdue, the self-determination advocacy in Nigeria is number one, to have this national conversation where everybody would have to actually agree to still want to be part of this Nigeria under what arrangements, who wants Sharia, who don't want Sharia, who want this form of, you know what I mean, like decide, and then ensure that people actually have access to their own resources, which means they benefit from their God-given resources, not the one that is feeding just a minute few, the 1%. No. So when you have this wealth redistribution in a way that people don't have to blame other people for their own backwardness or their own shortcomings, right? That will be the time that you're likely going to kill the idea of breaking up Nigeria. But you see the way it is going right now, which is the turn by turn Nigeria Limited, it is going to get to that point where those who are using the iron fists to hold everything together, send DSS, shoot everybody, gun them down, kidnap that one, they will lose all of that control of that power over the people. And when it gets to that stage, in fact, have you seen what is called controlled demolition before? You should have. There are videos when they are demolishing this, when they want to demolish a massive buildings like that, big buildings, and then they'll put all these, systemically, they'll put all these dynamite inside each pillar, building everywhere, and then it's all connected. And then once you press the button, you just say, boom, everything will collapse just right in the center. That is what allowing, or should I say, that is what decriminalizing self-determination means. Everybody can easily, peacefully, if it gets to that stage, go their separate ways peacefully, no fight, no nothing. But when you see, have you seen a building that collapsed? Like, do you know the chaos? The entire people getting trapped inside, the death and all of that stuff. If they continue with what they are doing, we're going to wake up one morning, and it's just going to be not El Dorado. Are you with me? It's going to be, gosh, the opposite of that. So, E82, dear brother, thank you very much for your super chat. And at the same time, Libabs, Baba, thank you. Olódodo kì í ní ẹni, olódodo kì í ní ẹni, olódodo kò ní kú sí ipò ìkà. Àwa alábòsí, gbogbo wọn ni yóò fara gba ẹ̀gbà láìpẹ́ ọjọ́. Ẹ ó jẹ kísà níyà. Ìyẹn tún dàbí ìgbà tẹ́kẹ́ bàbá ẹ̀yìn kan tún lọ mix Haruna Ìṣọ̀lá mọ́ Yusuf Ọlátúnjí mọ́ this other one, Ayinla Ọmọwúrà. So those of you who don't understand Yoruba, by the way, so the other message simply stated, right, is that, the honest man barely have friends. You get that now? An honest man barely have friends, or relative, because nobody wants to be friends with a very honest man. You get that down? So, and they said, and he also said in that message that a truthful man, which is also like an honest man, won't die in the backyard of the wicked, no matter how bad. It's Yoruba say, like, no matter how bad it is for a very honest and good person, they will not die in the backyard of the wicked, which means no matter how the wicked tried, to strangulate and squeeze life out of a good person, they won't succeed eventually, right? So every one of them will eventually get what is coming for them. That's the part very soon. And how do I interpret that, Libabs? Like they go chop beating. They go chop beating like that, kind of like a shege. like never before. Now let's go to their National Assembly back again today. There is this senator from Kebbi who openly on the floor of the Senate of Nigeria pleaded with the government of Nigeria and listen, please forget about schools, forget about roads, just protect our lives. We have lost everything. We are dying. Save us. And there is another person called Karimi. He's also a senator from Kogi West or something like that. And from that his own constituency, is it constituency or district? Senatorial district, Yagba West, a local government in that part, has been completely overrun by this Fulani terrorist. But to him, talking about the killings and all of that in Nigeria is being sponsored by some people, as usual. And they are sponsoring it because of 2027. They want to use this insecurity to chase APC away in 2027. Do you see that reverse psychology? First, the senator begging for their lives, and they are ready to trade roads, schools, just to be alive, just save our life. President.
Today they will tell us they are here, tomorrow they are here. Everybody knows within our area, but we will not see any action taking place. That is to say, sir, we need this Senate to tell the armed forces to be reporting progress every week so that state by state, otherwise it will be a mess of all issues and we will not be seeing progress. Sir, I beg you that time is right now, that this problem is solvable. We have seen progress. We should not allow this progress to be derailed. We should pursue this remnant of these people so that our next election can be peaceful and sustainable. And we have something to sell to our people, sir. This is the only thing I want to take. If I get protected in my environment, please keep your roads, keep your schools. We just want to be safe. And that is the message we are sending to the Senate President. Please save our life and our people. We are not bothered about roads now or schools. Please save our lives. Our people's lives are in danger. Thank you very much, sir.
Senator.
At the National Assembly of Nigeria, a senator from the troubled zone, one of the troubled states in Nigeria, said his own people are sending messages and that they don't, please keep your school, keep your roads. Just keep us safe because these guys, we know where they are. They always tell us where they are going to be. And when they carry out all these attacks, we don't see government, we don't see anybody. Now, it's just, I mean, it's only people who are like alive will use your road and they will go to school. So we need to be alive before we can use road. So forget it. So they are trading that just so you know how important their own lives have become under APC. APC that normalized, legitimized terrorism, prosecuting, activists, but partying with terrorists. The guy that moved the motion for the petition to stop El Rufaya from becoming the minister under Tinubu, his name is Karimi. He's from Kogi State. Now, Karimi has been quiet a while, well, simply because they were on recess, so to say. Or 2.5 years ago, or nearly, it was Karimi who moved the motion to say the petition that they got from Kaduna against El Rufaya because of his relationship, his connection to the insecurity in Kaduna. It was that petition they used in disqualifying El Rufaya. And then they sort of like cleared Uche Naji, the one that forged his academic credentials. Anyway, Karimi is from a place where the terrorists they've already built their kingdoms. Most members of his own senatorial districts have had one or more sad experiences in the hands of these terrorists. And I think I've had him speak on that on their Senate before. So this conversation around the blaspheming law, as well as the jihadist genocide against the Christians in Nigeria, which is gaining serious momentum right now. Okay, so it was part of their conversation. So that was why that guy from Kebbi rose up and said, "Well, yeah, I'm not interested in all this. They are doing agenda. I am from Kebbi. My people are no longer staying in their homes. Okay, those who are still staying in their homes can't go to their farms anymore. So can we please do something about that? But not for Karimi. So Karimi, it's about politics. Okay. So he said this insecurity that is going on in Nigeria, that he believes that some people are behind it. And they are doing it right now because of 2027, so that they can use this insecurity. He said they did it in 2015. Do you understand? Like he said in 2015, this was almost the same pattern that they used in chasing Goodluck Egbere Jonathan away. So make the oaths come be like the case of a chicken farmer who married a beautiful woman. This beautiful woman started seeing a goat seller. So, and the goat seller want to marry this beautiful wife of the chicken farmer. So how can they do it now? So the wife said, you know what? If you can come in the middle of the night and just disturb the chicken barn, if he hears the chicken cry or kind of like make sounds or noise, he's going to come out, so then kill him. That's exactly what they did. And the wife went on to marry the goat farmer, rather. So the goat farmer, is it called Reverend, right? He was like enjoying his new bride when this new bride met the cow farmer, the cow herder. Now, how would they get rid of this goat farmer so that this woman can go and marry the cow herder? So she showed them the same idea. She said, you know what? In the middle of the night, why don't you just come, disturb the barn? Okay, disturb the barn, and once he hears the scream of his goat, he's going to come out. And once he comes out, kill him, and I'll come and marry you. So truly, in the middle of the night, they started disturbing the barn. As the goat farmer was like about to get up to quickly go out, what's going on? What is wrong with my goats? He just remembered, like, wait. Ṣékú tó pẹ́ lẹ́dìyẹ ṣó gbọ́dọ̀ tún pè léwúrẹ́? Ikú tó pẹ́ lẹ́dìyẹ kò gbọ́dọ̀ tún pè léwúrẹ́. Simply put us, right? Should I die the way the chicken farmer died? Because that's how we kill the chicken farmer. If I go out there now, they will kill me. And my wife will go and marry somebody else. No, it's not going to happen. So Karimi is practically saying, they brought terrorists to the border of Nigeria. They weaponized the terrorism so bad, so much that these guys became almost like they are not humans. We witnessed all of this. They weaponized it. They got America involved. America weaponized it. It became a thing. It was just like a year and a half or so to election, just like this. And there is a coalition. Back then, it wasn't like this coalition. Okay, they are doing coalition back then too, when they wanted to create a PC. So they weaponized the insecurity, blamed the government for not being able to stop it. And where the government was actually killing the terrorists, they said the government is killing civilians. So it's using weapons to kill civilians. America shouldn't sell weapons to Nigeria anymore. And America did. They stopped. So in all of that, it can't down they give Karimi PTSD, like, wait, this is 2025, election at 2027. This insecurity now, yeah, as usual, like Jonathan did too. So to Jonathan, as president, right, he forgot that he had such power to actually not only to crush the terrorist, but to arrest their sponsor. But if he did, oh, it was going to hit up this the system, or the polity rather. It's going to hit up the polity. He couldn't do that then, so he ignored. So they built on that. So right now, the terrorists are killing Nigerians. Politicians are saying some people are behind it, but these some people will